The night air in Los Angeles buzzed with anticipation as the crowd at the sold-out Hollywood Bowl held its breath. The stage lights dimmed, a hush fell, and then the familiar chords of a Coldplay classic echoed through the arena. But it wasn't just another concert moment. It was the beginning of a story that would set social media ablaze and leave millions of fans around the world talking. "Before we start," Chris Martin said, his voice warm and steady as he stepped toward the microphone, "I want to dedicate this song to someone very special." Cameras flashed, phones shot upward, and the audience erupted in gasps. In that instant, the energy in the venue transformed. Fans immediately sensed that this dedication wasn't just a casual shout-out, it was personal. And as Chris continued, the name Dakota Johnson rolled off his lips with quiet reverence, a name that sparked an immediate wave of cheers. From the very first second of this magical evening, the chemistry between Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson became the heartbeat of every conversation online. People tweeted, streamed, and posted, pushing the moment into trending territory within minutes. Instagram feeds flooded with clips, and hashtags like #ChrisAndDakota and #Heartfelt dedication began climbing the charts. For longtime followers of their journey, this felt like the confirmation they had been waiting for, a public acknowledgement of a love that had captivated fans for years. Viewers watching the live stream couldn't look away. "Stay tuned," one excited fan wrote in a viral post, "because something incredible is about to happen." That sense of suspense carried through the entire performance. Chris's voice seemed to swell with emotion as he sang, every lyric landing like a personal letter. The camera occasionally caught glimpses of Dakota in the VIP section, her smile both shy and radiant. Each time the spotlight grazed her, the audience erupted again, as though they were all part of an unfolding love story. For those who have followed their relationship from its earliest rumors to quiet confirmations, this moment was more than music, it was history. Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson have famously guarded their privacy, rarely giving interviews about their life together. Yet here, in front of thousands, Chris shattered that quiet mystique with a gesture that spoke louder than any headline. It was a pattern interrupt in the truest sense, the sudden shift from a high-energy set to a tender, heart-stopping declaration. Halfway through the show, just as the audience thought the biggest surprise had already passed, Chris turned again toward the crowd with a sly smile. "Sometimes," he said, "you meet someone who changes every note you play." The lights dimmed further, and a single spotlight illuminated the piano. Fans leaned forward, hearts racing. What song would follow? Social media lit up with wild guesses. Would it be Yellow, the timeless ode to love, or a brand new unreleased ballad written just for Dakota? The suspense was electric, keeping everyone glued to their screens and seats. When the first delicate notes of "Sky Full of Stars" rang out, the crowd roared. But Chris didn't stop there. As he reached the chorus, he changed a single lyric, weaving Dakota's name into the melody. It was subtle, poetic, and unmistakable. The audience screamed, phones shook, and the clip immediately became the night's most replayed moment. Within hours, fan edits flooded TikTok, each one capturing the exact second when the dedication transformed from a simple gesture into an unforgettable declaration of love. Behind the scenes, sources close to the couple described the night as deeply meaningful for both. Friends of Dakota shared that she was moved to tears, touched by the unexpected public tribute. "She knows how private Chris is," one insider revealed, so for him to open his heart on stage like that was extraordinary. Music journalists agreed, calling it one of the most intimate performances of Chris Martin's career. This heartfelt dedication didn't just resonate with fans of the couple, it captivated music lovers everywhere. Industry critics praised the moment as a masterclass in connecting with an audience, blending artistry with genuine emotion. Streaming numbers for Coldplay songs spiked in the hours following the concert, and ticket searches for the band's upcoming shows skyrocketed as fans hoped to witness something equally magical. As the final chords faded and the lights returned, Chris offered one last message. "Love," he said simply, "is the best song we'll ever write." With that, he walked off stage to thunderous applause, leaving the audience in awe and giving Dakota a glance filled with quiet devotion. By the next morning, headlines across the globe captured the night's electricity. Chris Martin's on-stage dedication to Dakota Johnson melts hearts worldwide. Red One. Entertainment blogs dissected every detail, the set list, the subtle lyric change, even the way Dakota's eyes shimmered during the performance. Fans replayed live streams, searching for every hidden look and smile. The story traveled beyond the music world, becoming a celebration of love, artistry, and vulnerability. For those lucky enough to be there, the memory is already legendary. For millions more following online, it's a reminder of the power of music to bridge the personal and the universal. Chris Martin didn't just sing a song, he shared a piece of his heart, and in doing so, he turned a single evening into a timeless narrative. If you were moved by this unforgettable dedication, share your thoughts below and join the conversation that continues to inspire fans everywhere. Whether you're a longtime Coldplay listener or someone who simply believes in the magic of love, this is a story worth telling again and again, a story where music and emotion merge, leaving us all with a sky full of stars and a heart full of wonder. The morning after Chris Martin's unforgettable performance, the city of Los Angeles still pulsed with the echo of that magical night. News outlets scrambled to capture every angle, while fans traded first-hand accounts like treasured secrets. Outside the Hollywood Bowl, concertgoers lingered, their voices buzzing as they relived the moment when music and romance intertwined so seamlessly. Taxi drivers, cafe baristas, and street vendors all shared a collective grin. Everyone, it seemed, had heard the story. Social media had turned into a living scrapbook. Videos of Chris's dedication flooded timelines, each clip replayed thousands of times. On TikTok, one fan's slow-motion capture of the lyric change reached millions of views before sunrise. Twitter hashtags #Dakota Dedication and #Coldplay Magic surged globally, trending not just in the United States, but across Europe, Asia, and South America. Fans from London to Jakarta woke up to a feed filled with heart emojis and awestruck reactions. One comment summed it up perfectly: "This isn't just a concert moment, it's a modern love letter set to music." Behind the scenes, industry insiders marveled at the ripple effect. Streaming platforms reported a sudden spike in Coldplay's entire catalog, with Sky Full of Stars climbing digital charts as if it had just been released. Playlist curators rushed to add the live dedication clip to trending lists. Even radio stations that hadn't played Coldplay in years began replaying the performance, creating a wave of nostalgia and fresh appreciation. For marketers and music analysts, it was a textbook case of how a single, authentic moment can redefine an artist's narrative and captivate a global audience. Meanwhile, entertainment journalists dug deeper into the history of Chris and Dakota's relationship, piecing together the quiet romance that had unfolded mostly out of the public eye. They revisited early sightings, those discreet dinners in Malibu, the shared smiles at film premieres, the cozy walks through New York streets. Each article built toward the same conclusion, that this dedication wasn't a publicity stunt, but the natural expression of a love that had quietly blossomed over years. Friends close to the couple hinted at the emotional weight of the evening. One longtime associate revealed that Chris had planned the dedication weeks in advance, rehearsing the lyric change in private studio sessions. He wanted it to feel spontaneous for the audience, the source said, but he also wanted every note to carry meaning. This wasn't just a romantic gesture, it was a declaration of gratitude and admiration. Fans speculated endlessly about Dakota's reaction once the lights went down. Some claimed to have seen her wipe away tears during the final chorus. Others swore they caught a brief but unmistakable moment when Chris and Dakota exchanged a glance that spoke louder than words. While Dakota has yet to make a public statement, paparazzi photos taken the following morning show her wearing a soft smile, her hand casually intertwined with Chris's as they stepped out for coffee. The image itself became an instant classic, landing on the front page of entertainment magazines worldwide. Music critics, too, joined the chorus of admiration. Renowned reviewers described the performance as a career-defining moment, highlighting how Chris balanced intimacy with showmanship. They noted the careful pacing of the set, the deliberate pauses that kept the audience guessing, and the way the dedication served as both a romantic gesture and a dramatic high point. "It was more than a concert," wrote one columnist. "It was theater, poetry, and confession rolled into one seamless experience." As the days passed, the dedication continued to spark conversations far beyond the entertainment world. Relationship experts praised the public display as a model of vulnerability and commitment, sparking think pieces about the power of grand gestures in an age of fleeting digital connections. Mental health advocates highlighted how music and shared emotional experiences can strengthen bonds, even among strangers. "Moments like this remind us why live art matters," one commentator observed. "It gives us collective joy and collective hope." Fans who missed the live show began organizing watch parties to stream and rewatch the concert. Online forums buzzed with discussions dissecting every camera angle, every lyric, every subtle smile. One fan group even launched a campaign urging Coldplay to release an official recording of the dedication as a charity single, arguing that the love-infused performance could inspire millions and raise funds for a good cause. The momentum didn't stop there. Fashion blogs noticed that Dakota's understated yet elegant outfit from that night, a sleek black jumpsuit paired with minimalist jewelry, started trending in online searches. Within hours, similar styles sold out on major retail sites, turning her quiet presence into an unexpected fashion moment. Brands quickly picked up on the trend, proving once again how a single evening could ignite movements across industries. Even Hollywood peers couldn't resist joining the celebration. Celebrities from across film and music shared their admiration on social platforms. "Love that transcends the stage," wrote one A-list actor. A fellow musician posted, "That's how you dedicate a song. Respect." The sentiment resonated, making the dedication feel like a cultural milestone rather than just a personal note between two people. For Chris Martin, the performance marked a new chapter in a career already defined by emotional connection. Fans and critics alike recognized that this wasn't about reinventing his music, it was about deepening it. By weaving his personal life into the fabric of his art, he reminded the world that authenticity is the ultimate amplifier. The payoff was undeniable, a single night that not only melted hearts, but also reaffirmed the timeless power of love expressed through music. As the buzz continues to grow, one thing is clear. This dedication will be remembered not just as a viral sensation, but as a defining cultural moment. Whether you're a lifelong Coldplay devotee or a newcomer drawn in by the romance, the story carries universal appeal. It's about love that dares to be public yet remains deeply personal, about music that captures feelings words can barely hold. If you felt inspired, share your favorite part of the performance or the lyric that moved you most. Moments like these are rare, and the conversation around Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson's unforgettable night is far from over. Together, fans and newcomers alike keep the magic alive, proving that when music meets love, the world listens and remembers.